making a dried floral wreath that is gonna be for Valentine's Day. So I'm gonna be showing you how to use all dried materials on a metal wreath form and how to do that successfully and hopefully quickly, but have fun. Let's do it. Always. The materials that we're going to need today are these wreath forms. This is a 16-inch. Were you scared? This is a 16-inch, and then we have a 12-inch. I'm gonna decide what size I think we should do for today. And then for the base, we have just Spanish moss. All of these things I will link in the description so that you can have it. I highly recommend going to your local flower farm, or even your local florist can direct you into where to find dried flowers that can make your arrangement more unique than just buying some stuff that is like on the shelf at a big box store. All right, what size do you want to make? I feel like we always go big. Should we go big? We should go big. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the 12-inch just because I'm not sure about how much material we have. All right, you wanna talk about what we have here? Oh yes, and then we just have regular snips. These are just our typical like flower snips. Then this is paddle wire you can also buy. This is what gauge? 22 gauge. What I'm gonna do next is attach the paddle wire to your wreath. I like to find these spots where it connects right there, and then just go around and tie it. And I'll just tuck it. On this shape of wreath, one side is concave, and that's the side that I want to be putting the Spanish moss on, so I'm gonna leave it facing up. And then I'm never gonna cut this until the very, very end, so I just like to roll it out. You'll probably find that you like to work in one direction based on what dominant hand you have. So I personally like to just kind of leave it over here and then keep going that direction. So I'm just gonna give me a couple bunches. So this is all natural. So you'll see in your bunches, you probably do have some sticks. You just take the sticks out. Don't need those. At the very end, if you find that you want it a little bit thicker, you can go back over it a second time. I just like to go over it good first time, and then after that, you can add more. All right, we run around it one time. That's what we got. I think let's do it a little bit thicker. And I'm gonna also focus more on the outside too, since we're gonna be putting things into the outside. And when I'm like pulling tight on it, you don't want to pull too tight, but you do want it to be snug. The paddle wire will break in half if you like pull it like deadly force. I'm just doing it like tug tight. Okay, look how cute. A little scraggly over here. Always take it out, tuck it back in. Okay, now to close this, I'm just gonna wrap it one more time, turn it around to the back side, and then take the snips here, cut me a piece, and then it's just a matter of like weaving it in and out just to make sure it's secure. You don't want it to be like too loose, because then it will, as you get weight on it, things just could start falling out. So I just wrap it back and forth a couple times on the wire. Okay, good point. We can fluff it if we need to. Just pull it out a little bit. Some areas are more fluffy. Now's about the time that I like to figure out which side is gonna be your top, which way you're gonna hang it. So while you have it on the back side, I just like to use yarn, cut you off a piece. I may want to come back and make this shorter. I don't know which door I'm gonna hang it on, so I don't know how long. So I'll just like tie it like this for now, and then I can always go back and make it longer or whatever. But it's good to know, like, to keep having a front and back. Where do you want? Do you mean a top and bottom?
Yeah.
I'm always gonna keep the Valentine at the top whenever I'm arranging. I just got really lightheaded. Me too. Next, I like to have in mind what shape I'm gonna do. I really don't know with this one, if I'm being completely honest. There are a few bigger elements that I might add in last. I'm a little undecisive if I'm gonna use these. I feel like they may be too boho from what I'm going for. I do know we have the most amount of this to use as filler. So this is what we're gonna use to really add in a lot of texture, base, these, and then the white flowers. And then we'll add in the extra stuff. I'll kind of show you. These are a little bit of a like rinse and repeat. So I might just put this on a time lapse here in a little bit. But really the key, I mean, it's pretty similar to any other wreath making. You're just gonna kind of put them in and go all the way around. If you find that it's hard to jab in, or your flowers are delicate, some of our flowers are delicate, I recommend using a hot glue gun. I'll link that one too. That one's our favorite because you don't have to have a cord. And then as I'm putting them in, I'm gonna go around in a circle so that I can always have like a very clear like shape to it. I'm making sure that I'm doing the top, the middle, or the front of it, because you're gonna be seeing this from, imagine this like you're walking up to your door, like you're still gonna see the underneath part of your wreath. So make sure that you're not forgetting that part. You'll start to figure it out. What I'm putting in right here is miscanthus plumes. These came from our yard at the greenhouse. The good part with having a base that's the Spanish moss is you don't have to like get every single spot, because it kind of already has an added texture without really putting anything in here. So we filmed how to do the base, and I'm very upset because none of that got recorded, but I will take off a section to be able to show you.
Womp, womp, womp. It's okay. Things happen.
What we did first was we went around with this miscanthus, and this is just grass plumes, and all I did was kind of cut it off at the base and poked it in at varying angles, all in the same direction. So one of the key things that I'm trying to remember is to keep it all like laid flat into one direction, so that it still makes a circular vibe. When I'm poking these in there, I did just find that it's easier to cut them in at a 45 instead of going at a 90, or, well, this is more like a 25. But going in more at an angle is easier than sticking them straight out. And it was gonna take a lot more material if we went in. It was gonna be like out to here. So once I have all of the grass plumes in there, I went around and added more on the top side, this side, the outer side, like adding them up here and up here. Like that. And then in that same section, I will go back in and add the wheat. The wheat was adding like a really fun texture. So same thing, just really hate none of that recorded. We were being funny. I know, it's such a Debbie Downer. Okay, good. All right, so there we are with the wheat and the miscanthus. Beautiful. Okay, now what I wanna do is go in and add more fun texture. You know what, maybe we do pink first. This one? Yeah. Let's do that. Give me some short and then some long. All right, so the short ones, I'm just gonna go in, add, I like to do these like small little groupings, like little floret patterns. That, like group of 3. So I'll do some like front, some on the top, and then maybe some in the center to where they're not all like one direction. Here we are, did one front facing, one on the top, and then one on the center. I'll just kind of go around and do the same things. I mean, you can do whatever pattern you want to do. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Whatever creativity you feel, whatever sparks your interest. Some of these like are a little hard to get in. You may find that you want to use the hot glue gun, but I'm poking my finger in the center of it, trying not to break the stem. Kind of like a push pin. But see, like that bent, so I'll just cut it. Cute. Yes. All right, now let's do long ones. Okay, so for these, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just kind of have groupings. Still kind of in the same shape. Ooh, that's fun. Like that. Again, you don't have to do it everywhere, but just, you know, where you see fit. But it does seem to be easier. Just kind of like wiggling it in there. Yeah. You got any extra long ones? Extra? You want longer? Yeah. Here's some really long ones. Okay. Okay, now let's say good on those and do some of the pink little other ones. And then I'm just gonna keep rotating. This is what we have so far. These are probably gonna be a little bit harder to, let's see if they got any. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a d into the middle of the night. Is that the words? I don't know.
What? Yeah. The amount of technical difficulties we've been experiencing today is enough to make one go a little crazy. We hope that you enjoy this content because we spent a lot of time creating it.
I decided I'm gonna go in next with the planaria. I don't have a lot of this. I'm just gonna go in and kind of tuck it.
Still going around in the same circle pattern?
Yeah. Yes, this is a very long one. And making sure you're still getting the top, the front face, and then a little bit of that center.
Beautiful.
Any holes? Yeah. Okay. Same thing, I'm gonna do some groupings of these. You want short? Yeah. Now you could, if you felt like that these are gonna be, cut this one too. If you felt like these are gonna be a little hard to jab in there, you could go ahead and either add wire to the bottom of them, or you could also hot glue these too. These are fun straw flowers that we got local. It's a great flower to grow to use in dried stuff. They're really cool. Kind of fun. They also have a lot of different colors too.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what colors?
Like purples and oranges.
Like they grow
and-
purple?
Yeah.
I don't think those other colors would have looked good in this kind of arrangement.
No, but there's some like really cool purple ones that I wouldn't grow. Darker though. But they dry. I feel like they dry a little bit more muted. Oh, cute. Okay, so I got all of those added in. Cute. Now it's really starting to take shape with the whites. Let's add some of these guys. These, yeah. How long do you want them? Do a mix. So this is, I think these are called Cardo, and they are not happy to be worked with.
They are painful.
Yeah, so just FYI. Normally I would not grab them by the top and try to slip them in, but if you grab them by here, these are all like thorny. Long. Short. And sometimes I'm gonna do like a little grouping together so they don't just look like, they had a little life together. No. And the great part about this is after Valentine's Day or spring or whatever, like you just put this in a box. Put it up next year. Yeah, you have it for next year. Or the fall. I feel like this would be a great fall one too. Yeah. Oh. There we go. There we go. More. Up here. Do it right here. Okay, never mind. Where? Okay. Okay. And go in. Kind of make a little pocket for him. Hold it there for a second. And you'll be good. All right, so I think we're good on the short ones. Let's do a couple long ones. I think we got the inside good. Now we just need, I want to do some more up here with those.
Okay.
And then I'd say we're good.
Yeah.
Well, she's cute.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
A couple more here and here for long.
Okay.
How's that? Beautiful. So what I like to do next is just go and hang it up on your door, wherever you're gonna view it at, and then you may see a few extra pockets where you want some extra stuff. That's why it's key to leave a little bit of extra material out so you can add it in on the end, but that's it. How fun was this? I hope you guys enjoyed doing this and this inspired you to make your own wreath. And if you do, send us pictures, tag us on Instagram.